Hey guys, how we doing? Welcome to another video with me, Crazy Skin Dog, and don't mind Ash and Lee in the background there taking the mickey out of me. Yeah, another beautiful day at Castle Combe here. The sun is out. It's a bit of a heat wave, so we're gonna die, I think, to the heat here. But looking for a good day today. I'm seeded 4th in cart number 4. So yeah, I think I gotta try and get a podium, really, ain't I? It's gotta be the aim. It's not going to be easy, obviously, but it's definitely an easier grid than it was last month. That last month was a pretty hard grid, but yeah, decent result. So hopefully we can emulate that, take another decent result. Obviously we had lots of karting in the week, so lots of practice, feeling good in the karts. Haven't been out for practice yet. I just not suiting up at the last possible minute in this heat. But yeah, just looking forward to another day karting. See if we can. We scraped into the top 10 in the championship last round, so really want a decent result just to cement that. See how far up we can get. Nothing on the main track today apart from some learner drivers, just learning how to drive on a racetrack, which is nice place to do your driving lessons. But yeah, we'll do the usual catch up after a couple of heats and after the finals and all that, and yeah, hopefully I'll be showing you a trophy at the end. Okay guys, so we're going to jump straight into the heats, and this is heat 1. First thing you'll notice here is a very different camera angle. Since at Three Sisters they allow chest mounts but not helmet mounted cameras, I decided to try it out for today to see how it works, and it's interesting. Let me know in the comments if you think it's absolutely terrible, or right, or what. It's the best I'm going to have for Wigan, but yeah, let me know. And there we go, green light, away we go. This is our pole heat. Obviously being ranked 4th, we start pole on heat 4. Just going to stick it to the inside, keep it covered, leave space on the outside, but clearly show that we're not giving up the position there. This kart was very slow off the line. Luckily so was seconds, and there's no space for 3rd to just drive around me on the inside. So yeah, with the kart being so slow to take off the line, the plan was basically to just stick ahead, slightly defensive line, and just not let anybody past, even if the kart was a little bit off the pace. I've started on pole. I've got to finish on pole, and yeah, it's going all right so far. Obviously the difference with the chest mount is you can't see when I'm looking over my shoulder, but you can see all of my steering inputs much more closely and see just how much I'm sawing at the wheel, and how much I need to improve on my turning, basically. Through the chicane here, it's nice smooth right left, and we'll see how we go at the top here. It's not very defensive, somebody must be rotting my tail. That was actually alright turning, probably because I'm concentrating so much, but yeah, we'll see here. That's very wide and not where we want to be, but yeah, we'll see if we can hold on. Should be able to. We know how to defend here. Okay, that's a much better turn. You see just one smooth motion through the hairpin there, and yeah, this view doesn't allow much to be seen of the track ahead. Just a lot of steering wheel in my hands and feet, basically. But yeah, for Wigan, unfortunately, it's the best we have, and yeah, it'll be better than nothing, I guess. But yeah, we're coming around onto the last lap here. We see a back marker. Somehow over 5 laps we managed to catch somebody up, and he's not going fast up the hill at all, and I'm going to catch him right in the braking point, and that's going to mess me right up. But luckily nobody right on my tail to get past me. He gets the blue flag for the guys behind following through, and there we go, we take the heat win. Nice solid first place in heat 1, exactly what we want. It wasn't comfortable, it wasn't easy, but we did it, and we maintained that first place. So that's all that matters. Let's hop on into heat 2. Okay, so for the second heat, we're starting in 3rd position. I had all odd side grids today, so I was feeling good about that, because the inside's definitely where you want to be. So yeah, we're starting 3rd in this one, but we got Jamie Higgins there on pole, and Barry on 2nd. So yeah, it's going to be tough to get any moves made on this one. Obviously we race against Barry a lot in SRK, and Jamie's up Castle Combe all the time, and he's usually finishing just ahead of me. So yeah, it'll be an interesting one for sure. See if we can't make up some positions. So we go green light, and Barry's kart just doesn't get away, nor does Jamie's really. We get a better start than both, so we're going to try and stick it to the inside, but Barry's still there
and he gets a better drive out the hairpin. We're going to try and stick it in, so we just clip the barrier as we try and stay side by side. It's basically impossible to go side by side through there, so I probably should have been sensible, eased out earlier and stayed closer to him. As you can kind of see around the steering wheel, he's pulled away a little bit now, so we've definitely got a challenge on our hands to make up any positions in this heat. But we're obviously going to get our heads down and try it, see if we can pull that time back. Hopefully Barry and Jamie will start fighting, but they're looking pretty set now. They're just kind of cruising at their gap by the looks of it. So yeah, let's see if we can see around the steering wheel if we're catching Barry at all. Sorry mate, first thing in the morning, it's taking me a moment to wake up here. But yeah, no, it's going all right. The track was very hot. You see I've made a good gain there. We're going to activate the human DRS up the hill and see if that helps us catch him even quicker. And yeah, I was feeling good. This corner they've changed some of the barriers to make it a bit more open, which is good. It did, however, change the profile of a couple of the corners, so I was just trying to adjust to that and get used to those new turning points and all that kind of stuff. Happy with the bottom hairpin. I'm feeling pretty comfortable there. Chicane's nice and easy. And the top corner, I felt like I was getting really well today actually. Yeah, turning in nice and smooth. A little bit of a double go at it, but then this corner, I was shocking on this corner all day today. I just couldn't get the entry right, couldn't get the turn in right. I was sliding all over the place, going too wide, going too tight. It just was a mess basically. Just couldn't get it right, and then I was losing time to the guys in front and not being able to catch them for the hairpin. But you can see we're slowly pulling Barry in, getting towards the end of the race now, so we might run out of time. But yeah, we're getting closer and closer. So let's see if we can pull something off. Nope, there's the checkered flag. Just as we catch him, the checkered flag comes out. So yeah, that moment early in the chicane on lap 1, and a little fist bump for Barry there, drove well. That trying to go side by side through the chicane on lap 1 really hurt me. I should have just slotted in behind and stayed close and tried to make a move another time, because that chicane never works too wide. But it's a P3, it's not the worst. Lots of people were struggling with overtaking on the day, so a first and a third is an alright start. Just got to improve on that in the last 2. So yeah, let's jump on to the next part.
Okay guys, so we've just had heat 2, so we've done heats 1 and 2. So heat 1 was my pole heat, and I kept the pole, won the heat. Kart was very slow off the start, so I had to defend for almost the whole of the heat. Then Ash decided to do me a favour and wipe out the guy that was behind me. So the last lap or so was pretty comfortable. And then heat 2 started third, got a decent start, got alongside Barry, but he held it well round the outside the hairpin and then through the chicane. And I had to back out. I caught the barrier a little bit as well, lost a little bit of time. So yeah, I didn't make that up. Getting a little bit of the line wrong. They've moved some of the barriers, so the line's changed a little bit. So I haven't adjusted to that yet. So hopefully in the last 2 heats I can adjust to that and get some decent results. But first and third so far, it's all right. I got a 5th place start and a 3rd place start coming up. So the 5th place I've got to get up into 2nd or something, haven't I? And then 3rd place I've got to try and win that heat, I think, and just get as many points as possible, obviously, and get high up in that A final. I'm a little bit disappointed with the 3rd in that 2nd heat, but it's all good. I didn't lose any positions. A few other people haven't really gained too much either, so we'll see how it is at the top come the end of the heats. It is sweltering. I am melting inside this suit. But yeah, we'll catch you after the rest of the heats.
Okay guys, so heat 3, and this is our worst grid start of the day. We're starting P5 and last. Again, we got Jamie starting just ahead of us in 3rd, and yeah, it's not going to be an easy heat, but we're hoping to make up a couple of positions. And we pull into our grid slot. Green light straight away. We get a great start, but the 2 ahead really don't, and there's no way around here. There's no point in pulling to the right of Jamie there. I just lose out through the hairpin, and then once again I can't get drive out of that hairpin. It's side by side with somebody, but fortunately we make contact, and he's a one-timer. He feels the contact and just drives in the opposite direction. But that contact has cost me like a good 3-4 tenths of a second, and a few kart lengths to the guys in front, and with only 5 laps at 25 seconds a lap, that is absolutely killer. Yeah, we're going to try and get our head down, hope the 2 ahead battle, because first has disappeared after those poor starts, and yeah, try and salvage something. But as we well know here at Castle Combe, if the start isn't great and you lose any time, your next 4 and a bit laps are going to be very tough. And we can see we're still about the same distance back, but Jamie has caught the guy ahead, so now hopefully they start battling, and that opens some opportunities up for us. But yeah, we really need to make some gains here and score some points, because this would be pretty bad for our overall result right now. But as we can see, we've clawed a little bit. No, we've clawed nothing back. It's still the same, and the laps run out very quickly. So yeah, we're kind of resigning ourselves at this point. Although we are getting a good drive out of the chicane there in comparison, and they're going to start battling. The guy's gone defensive ahead, which is giving me a chance to catch up around that top corner. And we're a bit closer this time, but not close enough for any moves. You have to literally be bumper to bumper. Let's see what we can do in the hairpin here. Get a decent drive. Yes, but not close enough. See how we come up the hill. Can we gain up the hill? Activate human DRS. And yeah, we gain a bit, but not enough. And they're still not battling, so they're not going offline. So even though we're gaining on them, we're not getting an opportunity to pass. And now we see the checkered flag always comes far too quickly here. And that is a very disappointing P4 in that heat. Yeah, that's really scuppered our score and our plans for a decent finish. But let's see what we can salvage in the 4th and final heat. Okay guys, so heat 4, and we're starting P3. Again, good old inside line. It really is an advantage here. Just gives you better line into the hairpin and the chicane, and hopefully we can use that to get up into 2nd straight away and challenge 1st and take a heat win. But yeah, we need it after that P4, and there we go, green light, away we go. We get a good start, first start as well, but then bogs down, and we're going to follow him up the inside. And 3rd is, well, 2nd is dropped back to 3rd, and we're ahead through the chicane importantly, and no side-by-side antics this time. But we've got a little bit of ground to make up, so we'll see how that goes. And he runs wide around the top corner, and we do catch up a bit of time, and then we're faster through the S's section, just catching all the way through there. And yeah, okay, we're feeling like this is on now. We've got a heat win within our grasp. I've got to take it, not settling for 2nd here. I need these points. Get a decent drive up the hill. He's looking over his shoulder multiple times. He doesn't defend, but he does go wide, so we get a better drive out, but we can't get side by side there. But again, we're just going to catch through this S's section downhill, and yeah, see if we can get the move made. See how the hairpin goes. Yeah, decent. He slides wide, and he goes defensive as well into the chicane, so he's compromised his line. We actually bump draft him up the hill. Go inside, he goes defensive, so we take the racing line. He slides wide, we're we're up the inside. He's gone wide and taken the racing line, and we've just gone straight and taken that inside line. And then got round the corner, and he's forced to settle in behind us. Or drive himself into a barrier. So yeah, the move is done, and now we've just got to get down, put in some fast laps and stay ahead, not going defensive there. So it looks like we're feeling pretty good. Not defensive there either. Yeah, we're feeling good at this point. We've made the move stick, and we're blasting away. So yeah, that was a good move. That felt good. Basically no contact. There's always a little bit of rub in here, but there was no forceful contact that pushed him offline or anything. Just got my nose up the inside and took that inside line when he swung left for the racing line. Yeah, so there we go. A heat win to end the heats, and yeah, we'll see where that puts us for the finals and how we get on.
Okay guys, so that's the heats done. Sun's gone in a little bit, but it hasn't got colder. Absolutely bad, shaking like mad from the exhaustion. I had a 4th in heat 3, wasn't great, couldn't get through any traffic. The guy that started in 4th, I started 5th, the guy that started in 4th was one of the slower ones, and my car just didn't get off the line. He was side by side with me through the chicane and pinched me in the wall, and then just the 3/10 of a second that I lost to the guy in front just ended any chance of me catching him and overtaking him there today, unfortunately. And then last race I started in 3rd, aggressive, not like ramming aggressive, but just like confident driving, and I took the heat win. Puts me P9 overall, so that's pole for the B final. It's disappointing. I want to be in A finals constantly now. It's got to be my aim. I was hoping for a podium when we started today, obviously, and I'm seeded 9th for the final, so it's going to be a tough ask, but starting in the best position in the B, so yeah, just got to hold on to it, get into that A, and hope for chaos. Yeah, we'll catch up after and see how it went.
Okay then, the B final, starting on pole. Some fast drivers right behind us as well, so yeah, it's going to be a tough ask to hang on, but I'm up to it. I'm confident I can do it, and yeah, it's just a case of getting in place and getting it done. We're starting in the best place, so yeah, there's no excuse really to not just get through this. It's just another race. I just got to stay ahead. I know how hard it is to overtake here. I know how easily I can defend here, and it also looks like I've knocked the camera at a slightly different angle, so we're looking even further down towards the crotch. There we go, green light, away we go, and we get a good start. We obviously stay inside to defend any potential moves, and yeah, that's it. We're pole. We're first through the chicane, and we're going to go defensive up the hill. Obviously on lap 1, don't want to end up out of that train and pushed wide. See a little bit of slide coming around the top corner, but nothing too serious. And yeah, we've survived lap 1 ahead, and honestly, I'm going to skip to the end of this final because this is the view for the rest of it. I just cruised on through human DRS there. I just cruised on through, stayed ahead, no issues, just raced confidently and defensively, and held on for the final win. So that will progress us into the A final, and we'll start from 9th in that, so we'll jump on into that and see how that one went. Okay, so here we are in the pit, ready to go out for the A final, and I didn't catch on camera, but the sequence just as we were getting in the karts here is the reason why I love racing at Coombe so much. It's such a great bunch of guys. Everybody's amazing, and like I had 7 of us all just like fist bumping, congratulating each other on making the A final. You know, good lucks for the race. It's just a great atmosphere, and yeah, I love it. So yeah, here we go, pulling into grid slot in P9. It's on a hill, so it's very hard to stay stationary, and we can't see the lights because of my wrist, so no idea when we're going. There we go, I guess the green light's gone on. Away we go. Barry gets a poor start. Callum goes to go up the inside of him. I can't decide which one I'm going to follow. I decide Callum in the end, but I'd followed Barry before that, and I've kind of just compromised myself there. Side by side through the chicane never works, as we know, and I lose out there. That was just a poor decision. I should have just slotted in behind Callum from the start, but there we see Callum's gone wide up the top here, and him and Barry are fighting, so we're going to start looking very interested in this little battle. And I'd go to take a look up the inside there, but 2 definitely do not fit through that chicane, so I back out of that and just survive another day. And we've actually dropped back to last place through that sequence. We started 9th, we dropped to 10th, but there's a lot of battling going on, so there's still some good positions to be made up here to get a decent result, and let's see if we can capitalise on some chaos ahead. So yeah, we're just slotted in. There's that early part of the A final where everybody just kind of gets comfortable. We're in one long snake, and nobody wants to go offline because they'll lose too many positions. Nobody wants to risk anything at this point. We're going to wait a couple of laps where if we do pull something off, we'd have to defend for too long, basically. But yeah, we're looking spicy just in front, and you can see we're all over the back of this group of 3 other karts, and yeah, we're hoping for Barry and Callum ahead to start battling a bit and see if we can get ahead of them and get some moves made. And there we go, we're coming up the hill, we're going inside, just waiting to see what's happening. Callum ends up wide there, so that's one position gained, and then Barry goes wide and there's some contact, and then through that contact they lose drive on the inside and we just send it. Just saw an opportunity. There was half a gap, and I'm putting my face in there today. Made the move clean, no contact, no mess. Just got the move done. I was happy with that one. Don't see too many overtakes into that corner. And then here we go around, and I get a nudge from behind at the apex, which nudges Barry. And then I'm up the inside, and we're side by side, and I get a nudge from behind. And it's a rather messy sequence. Barry wasn't but it's a messy sequence just because there's 3-4 karts in close proximity, and I actually had the guy behind who came through from the B final with me right on my tail. So at the top corner I saw Barry had taken a slightly wider line, and I'm getting towards him, so I ease out, but then the guy behind's already committed, so we all just kind of concertina on into Barry, and then I'm side by side with him down the hill, and the guy behind has decided to follow me through, and again there's no backing out for me because we're side by side, so I can't go left. There's barrier on the right, and I got a cart directly behind me, so I'm mostly a passenger throughout that move, but it's worked for me. Unfortunately for Barry, he's dropped in behind me, but yeah, we've made a good place up there, and we see Shane and Neil battling ahead, and hopefully they'll carry that on and we can get a bit close to them. You see we've gained a bit of ground on them, if you can see them around the steering wheel there. There we go, we're very close to Shane now. We're going to activate the human DRS going up the hill, and yeah, around the top corner. We really gained on Shane there. Him and Neil had a good battle, and have unfortunately for them compromised their time a bit, but there we go, the checkered flag, and we take a P7 overall, which is fine. I was hoping for much better, obviously. As you saw at the start, I was hoping for a podium, but as it turned out on the day with the heat and the way the karts were and everything, we're gonna give Shane a fist bump, and yeah, good A final. Fist bump from Barry there as well. It was a good race all round, really enjoyable, and P7 is a fine result. So yeah, we'll jump into the final standings and the championship standings now.
Hey guys, how we doing? So we've just finished the event, and it's too hot. I am absolutely melted, sweating all over. I've changed my clothes and they're just drenched again already. It's so hot here, but it was a good race. I qualified pole for the B final after the heats, and was disappointing, to be honest. I wanted to qualify straight for the A, but pole on the B, second best thing. We had some really fast drivers. We actually had Freddie in second, Wade was in there as well. There's a few others in the mid pack that are generally faster than me, so it was definitely a tough one, but I just kept my head down, stayed in the lead for the first lap, defended. Luckily Freddie behind, he got in on the plan, and we both just kind of drove our line, made sure we didn't mess up, and yeah, got through the B final and into the A, because at the end of the day it doesn't matter how good the B final race is, you just got to finish in those top two positions. Then starting 9th in the A, it was quite congested, as it always is from the back of the finals, and I was looking to make a move up to kind of 7th or 8th, and actually ended up falling back to last. However, then over the course of the race, just got my head down, put some laps in, and as the guys ahead were fighting, just picked them off one by one. I got back up to 7th, which, I mean, when you start the day ranked 4th and you're looking for a win, well, not a win necessarily, but a podium, it's hard to accept 7th, but considering how the day went and how hard it was to overtake, lots of people struggling, I'll take the 7th overall. There's also a few guys that really pulled it out and did really well compared to normal. Not compared to normal, but did really well and pulled out some great results. So yeah, there's some unusual names at the top. Congrats to Marley, taking a win, and Freddie did a great job coming through the B with me, and we made some good progress through the pack in the A. Barry had a fantastic day, made his first A final, really held his own. Unfortunately for him, I just managed to get alongside, and I had Freddie boosting me through, and then we were side by side, and he had nowhere to go, so he just had to back out and slot in behind me. But yeah, it was a good race. Happy with the result, and yeah, we'll jump into the final standings and the championship standings.
So here we go then, guys, confirmation of the final standings and my P7 overall. So yeah, we're happy with that. And then the championship standings. So yeah, here's the top 10. As we can see, I've dropped out of that, unfortunately. Ryan still up there in the lead, Neil in second, and Jamie third. Seb missed this round, so that'll be one of his drops, but I'm sure he'll be back next round ready to challenge those top 3. Yeah, and then we see Harrison, Marley and Wade are all up there in the top 10, and then P11 is where I currently sit. Yeah, we're gonna need a podium by the end of the year to kind of get back in that top 10. I think it's gonna be tough, but hopefully we can do it. We'll see how it goes. 2 rounds to go. Anything can happen in these, as we know. I just need a day where I get a good run and a good starting position in the A final, and you're all good from there. I need to not finish 4th in heats, basically. But that's going to do it for this one, guys. Thank you very much for watching, and as always, do the like, comment, subscribe thing. Check me out on social channels, and hopefully I will see you on track soon.